There are two types of people in this world: those who are integrous and those who sell out. The sad reality is this: business is certainly no exception. In fact, some people love money much more than they love other people. They will do anything for a buck. Does that make your blood boil? Wouldn't it be great if we could put these low-life sellouts out of business? What if there could be a way? I believe it's possible. The truth is, if there were more of us than there were of them, they wouldn't stand a chance. But today, I want to draw your attention to the costly price of giving up your honor just to try to make money. You see, the sellouts would never want to hear this. But I know you're better than that. And I'd like to offer a better solution that will not only make you happier, but it will also make you spank the sellout competition every time. Hello, everyone. My name is Leavona. I have been building businesses for over 25 years, and now I help entrepreneurs grow their business by selling more effectively with honor, integrity, and confidence. If that sounds like something valuable to you, hit the subscribe button and let's get straight to the video. Okay, let's get back to the topic at hand. First of all, I want to talk to you about the price of not doing things the right way. Why do people sell out? Why is it that they actually believe that this is the best way to go? Well, I would like to submit to you today that they do it out of weakness, fear, and greed. It's a shame. But oftentimes, this does work out for them, or so they think. The truth is this: there are people in this world who only value things they can see. These are not wise people at all. They have missed out on a very important and special fact of life: the knowledge that the very best things are actually invisible. What are you saying, Leavona? That the best thing in life can't be seen? Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. And if you really think about it, you already know this. And honestly, so do the sellouts. That's why I call them sellouts. They make me angry, because they know the truth, and yet they choose to sell it for cheap. Truth is not cheap. They are willing to sell the most precious invisible thing for mere money. It is a poor trade-off. They go around missing out on things like honor, truth, peace, love, justice, purity, and the joy of a clear conscience. The fact of the matter is, these things are real, They are so real that despite the fact that we cannot see them, they hold heavy weight in the scheme of things. The fool says in his heart, there is no God, and they are corrupt. Corrupt, I tell you, corrupt. They know these things are real, but they choose not to call them to mind. And that is their moral shortcoming. Let me tell you a story. There was once a business owner who had become wealthy. Selling was her number one skill that brought in tons of income. The lifestyle she then was able to afford was at the top of the pinnacle. She loved to proudly lay claim to it. She was considered to be a tiger or a bear, a tigress in her arena. Her peers boasted about how good she was. She had their respect and admiration. The only problem was she accomplished all of this through dishonest practices. Her adversaries envied and disliked her, but for the wrong reasons. They wanted her so-called success for themselves. Despite this, she gave no care to people's opinion of her. But all was not as it appeared. Deep down, she knew something was off. You see, she was compromised, my friends. She had not been totally honest in her business dealings, and it started to take a toll on her. She began to lose sleep. Many nights she could not sleep because she kept on seeing the faces of those poor people she had tricked into buying and signing away their life's work to her. Maybe you are like the woman in the story. If so, there may be hope for you yet. The fact that you are not sleeping well at nights and you're tossing and turning and seeing their faces might cause you to change. There's hope for you yet. When the woman in the story dealt with her clients, they thought she cared for them. She gave that impression. It seemed they were getting into a win-win deal. Only she knew it was not win-win. Sign quickly so I get this deal. I have to go. You see, the moral story is this. The burden of everyone who takes the so-called easy way out. This is what happens to them. They may be able to swindle a victim out of a few dollars, but they miss out on the things in life that are truly priceless. Things like longevity, health. So what is the cost of being a dishonest, crafty, sellout salesman? The cost is priceless. Now, if you know these things are true and you value the better things in life, hit that thumbs up button, will you, for me? And show that you support and stand for the right things. Now, no one can ever know when someone may actually come to their senses. So I honestly hope that someone stumbles upon this today and is convicted and hopefully transformed. We should pray for those who lack understanding. But if you've made it this far, you likely are resonating with what I'm saying. Maybe you have never, ever consciously thought of it this way, but have made these choices, and you have chosen wisely. So I would like to reinforce your beautiful convictions tonight by discussing the many benefits of valuing the things that matter the most. The ironic thing is, you can actually push the bad characters out of the market if you apply what you already know to be true. Darkness can only exist in the absence of light. The only reason why cons get away with what they do is sadly because there aren't enough people willing to fight the good fight in the business arena. The world is crazy right now. There are many unfortunate and sad things happening. However, I do believe that the more honest, integrous business owners they are, the more the world will become a better place. If there were enough of us, we could force the dishonest business owners out of the market entirely. That's in theory. Now, if this video has been helpful so far, I really would appreciate it if you could give me a like or a thumbs up. It wouldn't cost you a thing. So it would really help the channel and help to get this message out to other aspiring entrepreneurs. Now, you know I have good stuff that I'm giving you here. Share it and God will bless you. You find these videos helpful? I would really love to invite you to a live training. Now, if you think these are helpful, wait until you see what I got for you on Monday, October 20th at 5 p.m. It's going to blow your mind. It's called the Exceptional Seller's Mindset. In this event, I will be sharing what is essentially the main mindset secret that has helped me to be able to sell effectively and build my businesses. It's totally free. So don't start squirming because you ain't got to pay nothing. Check out the link in the description below to sign up. I'd love to have you, as I really believe it has the potential to help you change the way you sell forever. And in a way, that will really make you feel good, you know? And guess what happens? When you learn how to sell in a way that makes you feel good, guess what happens there? Confidence step in. Your demeanor changes. You start to walk with a bounce of confidence. Now at this time, we will move into the free portion, the freestyle portion of the video that I do each day. It's called the Why Factor. I believe it's important for us to remind ourselves why we do business. Let's be honest here. Things can get really hard at times as an entrepreneur. There are times when we can downright question everything and really doubt ourselves and our mission. That is why we need to recall why we went into business in the first place. And we need to do this daily so we can just keep ourselves fired up. Listen, life is precious, so we have to cherish it, folks. So let's take some time now to reflect on these things. Always reflect. Never run in all the time like a bull. There is in one of my videos I spoke of a young man and an old man. They were both hired to cut trees. And the young man went out there, you know, muscles fresh and young, and he's running and he's cutting and the trees are falling and they're falling, and the old man is just going, one for dollar. In my country, we say, one for dollar. He chop one tree, he move over, he chop a next tree. He ain't running around like a turkey without head. Just taking his time, pacing, doing what is important for him to do. He goes back under the tree and he sits and he takes a sip of water and he relaxes and he enjoys life. And the young man is out there, unexperienced, and he chopping like a fool. He chopping and chopping and chopping. Finally, the cutlass went dull. So he's forced to come out of the field cutting process and come back under the tree. And he sees the old man just sitting there, just chilling like king. Old man just chilling. He says to the old man, "How is it you cut down more trees than me, old man? And you don't even do nothing. You just always coming under this tree and sitting here. What is your secret?" Old man looks at him and he says, "You have to sharpen your sword. Your sword has to be sharpened." Where business is concerned and where our lives are concerned, our families depend on us for this business to continue. Your children look forward every year to those luxurious vacations that you're able to take them on. You couldn't do that when you were with Uncle Sam and in corporate. There is so much freedom that you have. The lovely house that you have. Some of us are able to have vacation homes. You have a lovely car. Your children are out of college and everybody has a car. So we have to reflect. And we have to remember where we started. And it's not about doing it with brute force and ignorance. We have to slow down like the old man, take deep breaths, and when we are sleeping right, eating right, and slowing down to enjoy God's beautiful earth and our children, our grandkids, if you have any, and your husband, then you are able to see better, to think clearer. And when we think clearer, we are able to start training our children not to rush in like bulls, but to take life easy. We are able to start studying which of our children will be the next inheritant of the business when you leave. The Bible says that a rich man leaves an inheritance for his family. That should be a burning fire in all of us. To leave them something substantial that can spread across the board. If you have 4, you have 3, you have 2. You have the ability. You have to have the ability to be able to spread out what you leave so that everybody is happy. And you instill it in them that this is the course they have to go. You got to keep teaching and teaching and teaching. You cannot let what you have die when you die. So what is the reason why we go into business? We go into business for freedom so that all of these things can be executed in our lives. That we have freedom to build, to think, to teach our kids what is important. Think on these things, my friend, and never forget your maker. You did not get where you got without his favor. Some men are born great. Some men achieve greatness. And some men have greatness thrust upon them. We can do nothing unless God gives it to us. So please remember him. Please do not get cocky and think that this empire that you have or this empire that you're going to build is because of you. The mere fact that I'm sitting here talking to you is because he has ordained it that you meet me. There are billions and billions and trillions, God knows how many of us in this world. But he chose a time such as this to bring me upon this scene so that what he imparted in me, I can impart to you. There are no coincidences with God. Everything is pre-planned. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And I so look forward to coming here every night and spending time with you. I cannot wait for when you start making contact with me through the comments and we can reintroduce the question section. If you have questions, put them in the comments and I will get back to you. It's a promise. And when we have enough of you watching the videos as we air, we will spend at least half hour with you answering any question that ails and bothers you concerning your business.
Announce to them that you're on live Monday to Friday at 8 every day.
Yes. Okay.
Tell them because
we
gotta put it in the
changed.
script.
Yeah. Okay, so my husband asked me to let you guys know that when we started off, we were doing 7 days. But there are things in the background that we have to work on. And so we have decided that for the sake of rest,
It's just they need to know you're on every day.
Yeah, for the sake of rest and what's not, we are going to be running Monday through Friday from 8 to about 8:30. When we get the question and answer back, we will go from 8:30 to 9 o'clock answering your questions.
Every day, Monday to
Every
Friday,
single day,
live at 8 o'clock.
Monday through Friday,
Live at 8 o'clock.
live at 8 o'clock. All right, guys? All right. It's been a pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Tomorrow. All right, guys. You don't want to hear my singing. I could sing too, you know, but you don't want to hear me sing. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.